Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, and take a look at where I am. I'm coming to you from one of the most beautiful cities in the world, Budapest, Hungary, home to an equally extraordinary cultural and national renewal. I'm here actually speaking at a conference, but my oh my, as glorious as it is over here, and I hope to take you to some different spots when I get the chance. How does Scott Presler put it? My heart sings for what's happening across the pond in the Trumpian golden age. I mean, every time I leave the country, I'm serious, every time something extraordinary happens. We've got two extraordinary events today. We've got Comey arrested, right? Former FBI Director James Comey. He's not just being indicted. The guy actually has an arrest warrant now out for him. And the king of them all, what I want to talk about in this video, the Supreme Court just did what we knew they would do. We just didn't know when. That was the big thing. They just struck down the VRA, Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, that mandated that red states create special guaranteed Democrat districts by deliberately excluding white voters. This is an absolute game changer. There's just no way around that. In a 6-3 ruling, the conservatives on the court struck down Louisiana's new congressional map that added a second majority-minority district, holding that it constitutes blatant racial discrimination, which it does, of course. Politico predicted that if the Supes did shoot down Section 2 of the VRA, then the Republicans could pick up as many as 19 new seats from these unconstitutional Democrat districts. And that's exactly what the Supreme Court just did today. Sam Alito wrote the opinion, the majority opinion. We've long known that he was the one who was slated to write it, so we surmised that they were going to strike these racially gerrymandered districts down. But word on the street was, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this, that a number of the liberal judges were actually slow-walking this so that it could have an impact on the midterms, or so that it wouldn't have an impact on the midterms, better say that. Well, alas, if you're a Democrat, it was not to be. Now, to be clear, this was a case specific to Louisiana. So the Supreme Court technically has only ruled that Louisiana has violated the civil rights of their voters by carving out that racially gerrymandered district. So they didn't shoot down Section 2 for the whole nation per se, just specifically for Louisiana. But even Justice Kagan, one of the liberals, admitted that this decision does in effect gut the VRA. And the Democrats have been using this for decades to be able to draw up these racially gerrymandered districts. Well, no more. They can't do that anymore. So every single red state was just given the green light to basically redraw their congressional maps, excluding those districts deliberately discriminating against white voters. We've got Louisiana now being forced to redraw their map. That's at least one GOP pickup. We've got Mississippi. The governor has already called a special session there of their state legislature to redraw their maps and get us another 1 or 2 seats there. We've got South Carolina. They're talking about redistricting. We've got Alabama. Every single red state in the nation now has to answer the call here and redistrict in such a way that nets us at least a 12-seat pickup. But did you notice that Mike Johnson has been unusually confident of late, where he's been arguing that the GOP is going to have no problem keeping the House? I think we now know why. It seems actually very clear where his confidence was coming from. He had the inside scoop not only from the Supes, and that they were going to strike down Louisiana's racially gerrymandered district, but that red states were going to answer the call and redistrict another, dozen seats for the GOP. Now, I want you to realize how unbelievably horrific this is for the Democrats, this decision. With Florida announcing a pickup of 4 new seats, 4 new GOP seats, with the Virginia redistricting referendum at this point basically canceled by the courts as we speak, the Republicans are actually now in the lead when it comes to safe seats going into the midterm. So if we count Florida's 4, but we omit Virginia, given that their own Supreme Court appears poised to strike down their redistricting referendum as blatantly unconstitutional, then the count we're at right now, according to the University of Virginia's crystal ball, is Republicans are now at a safe 211 seats, and the Democrats are at a safe 209. So the Democrats are falling behind. They've fallen behind. They've lost their midterm handicap, as it were. And if red states step up to the plate, as it appears, Mike Johnson expects them to do, then we can see the Republicans going into November with over 220 safe seats. We only need 218, so a new pickup from Louisiana and Mississippi will get us around 213, 214. And then really that's it. We just need 4 more solid red seats, and the Republicans are keeping the majority, the congressional majority, for the foreseeable future. So this ruling by the Supreme Court literally changes everything for the midterms. Decades of Democrat racial gerrymandering are going to be wiped out. The congressional map will forever change as a result of this decision. And you can be assured that it is already giving Democrats nightmares for their chances in the upcoming midterms. Keep in mind, they're broke, while the GOP is sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars as well. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on how things develop here in terms of red states stepping up to the plate. But seriously, all bets are off right now. As long as red states do not go the way of Indiana, which I don't think they will, today definitely may have marked the beginning of a permanent congressional majority. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button for breaking news and analysis you're not going to get anywhere else. Love you guys. God bless.